For the last 50 years, this school has been here to help change the lives of students and help them find new paths to success in life. We are faced with a challenge right now of outdated and dilapidated facilities.
It's been a long time since any significant improvements were made to the property.
The dining hall is kind of sloping and there's some foundation issues in some areas. And
the buildings themselves need a lot of tender, loving care.
Our goal is to have it around for another 50 years because that's what we do.
I first came to Colorado Timberline Academy in 1980.
I went to school here in the 70s.
1979.
1979.
79.
2009.
If you had interviewed me or we were having this conversation a year ago in the spring before he came to school here, I would have told you that I didn't think he was going to graduate high school. And I didn't think he had a future. And after being here for a year, he has a future. And that is absolutely amazing.
I was aimless. I was a kid in LA that was following the wrong crowd and probably the biggest hellion of all of them.
I barely passed junior high school. Bright kid, but totally unmotivated, undisciplined, never gonna succeed at anything.
I was not challenged in public school. Coming to CTA allowed me to get more individualized attention where they were able to pull out the best, so to speak, and work with me on the things that I didn't like or didn't have interest in, so I was blowing off.
I felt more accepted here than I had ever felt before. And by the teachers, you know, they respected me, they respected my intelligence.
Everything I did here was delivered from such a place of caring, a place of wisdom without condescension.
Kids don't leave at 3 o'clock and then have a bad night and we don't see them till the next day. If they're having a bad day, we talk to them when it's happening.
You know, you're here much more than just in a public setting where you're home at 3:30 and you don't see that teacher again until the period next day. Whereas, you know, I'm having breakfast with that kid who's struggling. You know, hey, how'd that homework go after we went that meeting? Oh, it went really well, or, you know, we need to do a little bit more.
Teachers and students who are more fluid about the structure of how the learning happens. It's not you go in, you get your lecture, you read your book, you do your homework. This is, you will learn to apply what you learn in real life.
I loved that. It was all about the community and I'd never really been, I always felt separate, and for the first time I knew I belonged somewhere.
They saw the special light, I think, that every kid has in them. And I think this school really gives a lot of students that space to be accepted and appreciated in their own fashion and to really become themselves.
Once I started here, I saw the value in education. I saw the value in myself. I saw the value in relationships.
And I was so impressed, not just with their approach, but with the enthusiasm and energy of the teachers, the passion that the teachers brought to their profession of teaching here specifically, and the compassion that they had for the kids that just didn't exist in other academic environments for a high school kid.
CTA is a place where lives get changed.
CTA finds the individual gift of each person and then grows that.
It gives kids a place to blossom and become young adults.
There's something here, there's a pulse, there's a culture, there's a heart that lives in this school.
You're giving kids a chance to have a future that may not have had a chance to have a future.
To develop a community, that's an incredibly important word in our vocabulary is community.
There's lots of things that we would like to do to be more involved with Durango, to bring Durango here, but we can't do that if we aren't here.
Facilities are old. This was a hot springs resort from the teens and 20s and 30s. A lot of these buildings were built then.
We need to do things to make this an even better place and to make it really appeal to new students and new families who would be involved.
The facility back up to a place where it's going to be, you know, safe for the next 50 years.
To any prospective donor, they're supporting the mission of the school by supporting, you know, the capital investment.
Part of what's been cool about this place for 50 years is that it is a hidden gem, that nobody really knows where it is. I think a missed opportunity that this place has is to be shared with our community.
You just like to see it live on for, you know, another 50 years.
Whoever you are out there, you know, come back, touch the walls, see what we need here, help us keep it living.